Welcome to Outlaw Woodworking. Look at these deer just lounging out, watching these turkeys go by. There must have been 20 turkey go by, and the deer just kind of stared at them. Welcome to Outlaw Woodworking. Today we're going to do another sign. Right now I'm going to create a new file, and it's going to be a single-sided sign, 12 inches by 12 inches, 3/4 inch thick. We'll go through from the material surface. The XY will be in the left-hand corner, and we're going to just do, I'm going to put a 3D object in here, so I'm going to do a little bit higher, not the highest, but a little bit higher. And then we'll hit create. And the first thing I'm going to do is create a vector. So we'll do a 12 by 12 vector and create and close. Then I'm going to highlight that vector, go to my transform objects centering tool and hit center. So now we got the vector around our material, and we'll hit close. Now let's see what we want to do here. I've got some clip art that I got free from Design and Make. And so let's take a look at this and see what we want to do. There's a deer in here and a few trees. Let's just go with the deer number 1. We'll see how that turns out. Okay, we'll put the deer in there. And because this is a 3D model, what's going to happen is if I were to add text right here, the text would end up being, what I want to do is cut the model first. So I'm actually going to leave that right there. Actually, I'm going to put a tree in here too. Yeah, let's put, should we have it? Let's not use that one. Let's delete that one. Delete. Let's use this bunch of trees right here. And we'll put this kind of over right behind him. And let's put a cloud underneath him. Kind of put this like, so it looks like he's standing on something. And we'll move, we'll right click and move to the back a little bit so you see his legs. Here, let's see. Can we tilt that? There we go. Okay. And yeah, that looks pretty good. We could move these trees behind him a little bit. Try that again. Actually, I'm going to get rid of the trees. Okay. So there's our deer. Now what I want to do is cut this first because, so I'm going to create a toolpath and I'm going to go ahead and cut this first. So 3D roughing pass, I need to highlight the deer and I need to hold down the shift key and highlight my frame. So check the material thickness, material surface, gap above model, and click OK. And calculate. So that's the roughing toolpath. So we'll close that. We'll go to the finishing toolpath. And 1/8 inch ball nose, selected vector, offset, climb. That's all looking good. Let's click that. That'll take a little more time to calculate. Okay, so we have our rough pass and our finish pass. Let's take a look at it. See how it turns out. Yeah, I like the fact that I added that cloud underneath. So that looks pretty good. Actually, it has nice detail to it. So I'm okay with that. Okay, let's go back to our 2D view. Now we want to put some V-carve text in here. So we're going to click out of there. We're going to go up to drawing. We're going to create some text. And this will be Outlaw and bold. And we're using Arial. Font true type. You could do single line And actually, I'm not going to do that because I like it to be a little bit bolder of a text. So there's our Outlaw. I need to circle that. And we're going to hit center, and then I want to move it up to the top. And that looks good right there. Now you can see the L and the A are crossed over, so we need to fix that. So we're going to go over to the arrow with the AB, click that, come back over, select our text. Let's select text first, click on that, and we're going to spread them apart just a little bit, especially the L and the A, because we don't want them touching on the bottom. And right there, that's good. Okay, escape out of that. We're going to do some more text on the bottom. Woodworking. Actually, let's just put Outlaw CNC. Yeah. We'll hit bold and we'll hit close, and then we're going to center it. So we'll center that right there, but we don't like that where it's at, so we're going to move it down. And right about there. That looks good. Okay, so let's go cut that and see how that's looking. So this is going to be a V-carve. We'll highlight both the top and the bottom text. We've already got our 3D roughing and our 3D finish, so we're going to close that and we're going to V-carve. Now, one thing that's really important, so we don't need to use a clearance tool because we're going to V-carve on the inside. So start depth is at 0, but if it was at 0, see, we've already cleared out a bunch of stuff around this 3D model. So you need to go down here, and I've already got that checked, but project toolpath onto 3D model, and you have to click that. And otherwise, all that's good. So let's go ahead and cut these letters, and then we're going to preview visible toolpath, and that looks good. Okay, now the next thing I want to do is put a little border around this sign. So we're going to go back to the 2D view. We're going to click out of our letters because those are looking good. We're going to highlight our outside vector, and we're going to go back to drawing, and we're going to offset that by 1/2 inch and hit offset. So there's our offset. Now what I want to do with this, I actually want to do a fluting toolpath. So the way you do that is you close that. Now, before I do the fluting toolpath, I'm going to highlight this inside one, and I'm going to hit the node button. Now you see how it's starting in the corner? We don't want it to start right there because what will happen is it'll ramp in right there, and you'll have this ramp over here that doesn't get finished. So we're going to go over here to the middle, and we're going to right or left click, and we're going to keep the cursor over it and hit the letter P. And now you see it moved our starting point to there, and then we can exit out of there. Now we'll highlight it. We'll go over to this little fluting path right here and click on that. And flute depth 0.25, that's fine. We're going to use a 1/2 inch ball nose, that's good. Ramp at start, that's fine. Linear, that's fine. And again, we need to click project toolpath onto 3D model because that projects it to the lower level that's been cut away. So we'll click that, and then we will calculate. And we will preview. Okay, so that's a simple little sign with a nice little deer in it, and it was pretty easy. Anyway, every day I practice a little. These videos are for entertainment only. I learn a lot of stuff from the Vector people on YouTube, and I'll follow along with what they do, and then I learn a little bit. So every day I learn a little bit. Today I learned about fluting, and I thought I would share that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, like the video, and I will see you next time. Later.